Welcome to Creatures Mysteries, the channel where legends find their voice, forgotten beings rise from the shadows, and ancient secrets challenge everything you thought was real. From mythical monsters to entities science refuses to acknowledge, here logic is tested and the impossible is just the beginning. I'm Uncle Danny, your guide on this journey through the unknown. If you've ever felt there's more between heaven and earth than we've been told, subscribe now, hit the bell, and get ready to dive into chilling encounters, dark investigations, and secrets that have crossed centuries. And before we begin, tell me in the comments from which city are you watching? I want to know how far this mystery has reached. Step into the unknown. Discover the impossible. Live the mystery. Beneath every wave lies a secret humanity chose to ignore. More than 10,000 meters below the surface, where even light cannot reach, sensors have captured unidentifiable sounds, shadows larger than any submarine, and forms of life that simply should not exist. Today, you'll descend with me into the darkest place on Earth, and perhaps what we find there will forever change the way you see the ocean. Few realize how alien the ocean truly is: vast, silent, and almost completely unexplored. Over 70% of Earth's surface is covered by water, yet humankind has mapped only a tiny fraction of this liquid world. While we look to the stars for signs of life, we forget that just beneath us lies an entire universe pulsing in total darkness. A place where the laws of the surface don't apply, where life follows rules science still can't explain. The ocean floor is not just geography, it's the border between the known and the impossible. Down there, pressure is so crushing that no human lung could survive even a second. And yet, creatures thrive. Beings that glow like living lanterns, moving in perfect silence, hunting in total absence of light. Each discovery defies what we know about biology and survival. It's as if the ocean writes its own code of creation, shaping monsters and miracles in a natural laboratory of mysteries. Science calls these regions abyssal zones, but the ancients had another name: the womb of the earth. They believed the seas were gateways, portals between the world of the living and the realm of the gods. And when we look into those depths today with our machines and probes, it's not hard to see why. Down there, time seems to vanish. Every shadow feels alive, every distant echo like a forgotten call from the beginning of the world. Researchers who venture that deep often speak of something beyond scientific curiosity. They describe sensations of presence, a vibration, as if the ocean itself were conscious. Some report hearing sounds resembling chants or heartbeats, as though the planet were breathing down below. The sea, they say, is not just habitat, it's a living entity. And those who stare too long into it find it staring back. There are those who believe the oceans are the memory of the world. Every fragment of shell, every bone buried in the seabed, is a record of forgotten ages. Creatures that ruled long before the dinosaurs may still roam the dark, far from human eyes. Because the ocean never erases the past, it preserves it. Everything that vanishes from the surface eventually returns to the sea, as if Earth hides its oldest secrets beneath the waves. And that's why, when probes capture sounds no one can identify, the entire planet goes silent. Maybe it's not the noise of a machine nor a natural phenomenon. Maybe it's the echo of a lost civilization, or the roar of something that never truly died. The call of the deep is real, and those who hear it never see the ocean the same way again. Because the sea, in truth, is a mirror of the unknown itself. In 1997, a sound echoed through the Pacific Ocean so powerful it crossed continents. The noise, later named the bloop, was recorded by NOAA's underwater microphones, designed to detect enemy submarines. But what they heard wasn't mechanical. It was alive, organic, and enormous. A sound lasting less than a minute, but enough to leave scientists in stunned silence. The first analysis ruled out any human origin. There were no explosions, no naval tests, no earthquakes in that area of the South Pacific. The sound followed frequencies similar to whale songs, only 1,000 times louder. If the bloop came from a living creature, it would have to be larger than anything ever known to exist on Earth. And that simply didn't fit within any scientific explanation. For months, oceanographers tried to decipher the enigma. Some suggested it was ice breaking deep beneath Antarctica, a safe, rational hypothesis. But soon they noticed something strange. The sound's rhythm didn't match any geological pattern. The bloop had cadence, pulse, even something that resembled breathing. It was as if the earth itself had groaned beneath the sea. Curiously, the location of the recording was close to a legendary spot on ocean maps, the sunken city of Relaya, described in H.P. Lovecraft's tales. Coincidence or not, the connection to a sleeping giant creature made the world spiral into dark theories. Forums and newspapers filled with speculation: prehistoric leviathans, ancient gods, beings from other dimensions. And as theories multiplied, Noah fell silent. No definitive answer was ever given. Years later, similar sounds were recorded, but none as powerful or as clear. It was as if that had been a single warning, a deep breath from the bowels of the ocean. Some believe the bloop was the awakening of something that had slept for millennia. Others think it was the dying echo of a vanished species. But everyone agrees on one thing: something colossal moved down there. The mystery remains unsolved. On a planet where we know more about Mars than our own seafloor, the bloop stands as a chilling reminder. Perhaps there are creatures so massive, so ancient, that they choose silence over contact. And maybe, on that day in 1997, one of them simply answered the call of the deep. A sound that wasn't just noise, but a warning that the abyss is still alive. In the frozen waters near Antarctica, Japanese fishermen began reporting the impossible. During night expeditions, they claimed to see a massive white figure moving beneath the ice. It had a human-like shape: head, arms, even eyes, but stretched across dozens of meters. They called it ningen, the Japanese word for human. But no human could survive such temperatures, much less live hidden in the polar depths. The first photos surfaced in Japanese forums in the early 2000s, blurry satellite images showing a white silhouette, symmetrical, resembling a body lying beneath the ice. Soon after, the Japanese government classified parts of the oceanographic data from that region, citing environmental security reasons. Since then, several research teams who returned to that area reported inexplicable equipment failures. Cameras stopped working, drones vanished, GPS signals went dead. Some crew members swear they saw the ningen up close. They describe black, hollow eyes and slow movements as if it were watching the ship. Others mention a deep, distant humming beneath the ice, followed by cracking sounds. Was it communication? A warning? Or just nature being misheard by fear? No one knows. But all describe the same feeling of being watched by something ancient and aware. While science insists on calling the ningen an urban legend, evidence continues to grow. New satellite images, captured by civilians, show white shapes appearing and vanishing in rhythmic intervals. Some say the ningen isn't a creature at all, but an intelligent species adapted to extreme conditions, a hidden inhabitant of our planet. Others believe it's just the reflection of human fear against the unknown. But one thing is certain: the deeper we try to understand what lives beneath the ice, the more the ice hides from us. In 1999, another strange sound was recorded named Julia. It was deep, long, and mournful, like the wail of a colossal creature. Captured off the coast of South America, it faded without explanation. Some claim Julia was a wounded being crying in the depths. Others believe it was the roar of something that never wished to be heard again. Scientists operating submersibles often describe the eerie feeling of being watched at great depths. In unreleased footage, dark shapes approach their lights and disappear. Some oceanographers tell of translucent forms, larger than whales, that seem to dissolve into the water itself. It's as if certain creatures are not entirely physical, existing somewhere between matter and energy. From the Bible to the Sumerian tablets, the sea has always been home to monsters: Leviathan, Tiamat, the Kraken, different names for the same primal fear. But what if these legends are echoes of real memories? Fossil records show beings so massive they'd make a whale look small. Maybe what we call myth is just the instinctive memory of something the ocean still shelters. Satellites have detected mysterious lights rising from the ocean floor, blue and golden pulses in areas with no human activity. The official explanation is bioluminescence. Yet some experts say the patterns are intelligent. They blink in sequences, like a message. Who or what could be trying to communicate with us? something down there doesn't want to be found. Exploration missions report inexplicable malfunctions, drones lost, audio corrupted, video erased. Divers claim to hear voices through their transmitters whispering their names. Maybe the sea holds not just creatures but memories. And every dive is a conversation with the planet's own past. The ocean is the mirror of the unknown. Everything we project onto it, fear, fascination, curiosity, returns as mystery. While humanity searches for answers, the sea remains silent, merely watching. And perhaps, when we're ready, it will finally reveal what truly lives in its depths. Write in the comments, "I face the abyss." And if you too feel that the mystery runs deeper than it seems, subscribe and dive with me into more hidden secrets of our world.